Hey everybody! In the last video I did the unboxing for the Handpresso. In this one I'm going to be doing the testing. So let's make our first shot with a pod. After getting to pressure, load up everything, and hit the infuse button. The machine is not that loud. If you're in a situation where you can't make a lot of noise, then this is perfectly fine. So let's make our second shot. At this point, the Handpresso is well heated. Then we fill the water up to the line. And remember, when you put the pod down, they recommend to have the flap underneath. When you put the portafilter on, don't forget to make sure it's locked. A quick flip, wait a couple seconds, and press the infuse button. All pods are not created equal. They all have a unique taste, flavor, and look to them. After consistently using a couple of them, I do see the differences. And this is how a pod looks after usage. You see one side that was against the portafilter, and the other side that was against the water reservoir. This slow motion was made with a pod. You can see the changes in color of the liquid. With the coffee basket, it took quite a bit of practice to figure out the best ways to do this. I found it's probably best just to eyeball in the beginning and adjust. So first step is to zero out everything. Fill the basket as much as you can, then tamp it. After that, fill the basket as much as you can again, and then tamp it down. If the grind size is about right, then it should just be around 7 grams. And this time it was very close. Usually I get about 6.8 to 7.3. It's up to you if you want to adjust or not. It did take me a couple of tries to figure out the right grind size. In the beginning, I was choking on the shots. But moving back and forth, I got closer and closer. Grinding the coffee yourself gives you more flexibility to control the flow. You just need a little bit of practice and taking a look at the puck. So after a failure, you can take the puck out. Sometimes you can see where the water went, just by the discoloration and the grounds. The reward from using ground coffee is much higher. The flavor of the shot that you get from grounds is much better than pods. The pods are generally one note. Shots made from freshly ground coffee is definitely much more complex than the pods. So there's a couple things you could play with. And hopefully after some trial and error, you'll be able to make decent shots. Now here's slow motion from a shot that was made with ground coffee. The Handpresso is a very interesting device. I was able to get espresso shots that tasted very interesting. With the water temperature and the grind size, I was able to make little modifications here and there. For actual travel, I think I'll just use the pods, unless I have the accessories. The two accessories which I think will make this much easier is the thermos, because of the narrow spout, and also the ground coffee case, which lets you preload the coffee. The thermos should be very handy because the spout is very narrow, and when you're outside you don't want to fit around with coffee grinds. Loading the basket out and open could get very messy. If you decide to get this, let me know how you've been doing and if you've been pulling some good shots. When you get a chance, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.